right? Just 2 years ago, he was only 6A2. Can somebody say wow? In 2 years, he ranked up to -4 after implementing EmGuarde into his Enagic business. Of course, we do both always. We love the Kangen water, we love the EmGuarde, and he implemented it, and he just the sky's the limit. And he told me that he will be -5 by next year only. Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. And also, Simon is so good at EmGuarde with his team. Mr. Oshiro actually said to Simon, can you please help Enagic by traveling all around the world to share about the EmGuarde opportunity? And Simon, being the generous man that he is, he says, surely I will come and share for you. Because remember, Simon is not your sponsor. He's not Enagic staff. He's not anything. He's just a distributor like you. But he's coming to share at the request of Mr. Ashiro. So I want to thank Mr. Ashiro for inviting Simon to share. And I want to thank Simon for being so generous. Okay. So Vipin, the link's not working. Let us work on it. We will be sending it to you shortly. Okay. If any of the team members can type the link, is the same link working? Okay. I'm not sure if the same link is working. Maybe it's a different link. Let me just get it for you guys. I will get it for you. Okay, let me get it for you. Okay, there's a new link. There is a new link, guys. There is a new link. This is the new link. Okay. Yes. Don't don't share the old link, guys. Don't share the old link. Swati, thank you so much, but that is the old link. We are using now a new link. Okay. No. Okay, we're using a new link, guys. Don't share it. Don't share the old link anymore. Don't share the old link. No, stop. Yes. We're sharing a new link now. So you can try this new link to get your team members into this room. So coming back to this pre-launch, let me share you guys something. I want to share with you guys that right now, EmGuarde is in the pre-launch. It's new. You are used to Kangen water machines. So what's going to happen? You're going to find some problems. What is the problem? Problem number one is you don't know everything about EmGuarde. Sometimes customer asks you a question, you be stuck. Then you feel bad. It's okay, right? Right now, take this opportunity to learn as much as you can about EmGuarde so you can bulletproof your confidence when you sell. Okay? So there is some problems. What is the problem? You don't know anything about it. You need to learn. Kangen machine, we don't need to learn. We already know it. But this is an opportunity. Because some people, they don't want to learn. Is okay. We will learn. We will seize the opportunity. We will bring in the sales. That is what we're going to do. Okay. See, with EmGuarde, I can tell you guys something. Firstly, with EmGuarde, number one, we already have a team of users and distributors below us. Some of you got team of 100, some of you got team of 1,000, some of you got team of 10,000. Instantly, they can buy EmGuarde. Acha ya Bura? Acha. Is great. Not only that, guys. Not only that. EmGuarde, there's many people out there who wants to join Enagic, but they cannot afford the Kangen machine. Is a bit too costly. Right now, they can come in with EmGuarde. Actually, no, not yet, but soon they can do that. Right? Soon they can do that. Okay. The Facebook link is still not working, the new one, is it? Let me just click in myself and have a look, see. Firstly, it's firstly with EmGuarde. Number one, we already have a team of, no guys, it's working, okay, the new link, it's working. So not the old link. Yeah, I'm going to share right now the new link. The new link is the one I just shared. This is the new link. Okay, it's Vipin, did you try this new one, Vipin? Okay, Yep. So a lot of people are saying it's working. Some people are saying it's not working. Try it. Okay, try this new one. And I just want to say another thing about EmGuard. How many of you know that you know somebody who uses a mobile phone? Do you know, guys? I think everybody uses a mobile phone. But the thing is, not everybody knows about the dangers that we're exposing ourselves to daily from this low level radiation. Huh. Very important. So today we will be inviting our special EmGuard specialist to share more about it. In fact, are you ready, David? I don't see you over here. Are you here by any chance?
Yep, I'm ready, Ming Way.
Okay, so can you just your can you if you can you pin yourself first so I can see where you are actually. If you can pin yourself, or somebody can help me pin him. Somebody there you go.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to my very, very good friend, EmGuarde David. Let me share a little bit about him. David, I've known for a very, very long time. In fact, David is the guy who taught me a lot I need to know about the Enagic business. Okay? And he has specialized in the EmGuarde. He's so good about it, right? Nobody knows more about the EmGuarde than him. And he is the person who's going to give you amazing training so that you absorb everything. Okay. So that you can go out and be confident when you sell EmGuarde. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to do this. David's going to be sharing. I want you guys to participate. If he tells you to type one in the group chat, you type one in the group chat. If he tells you to turn on your camera and smile, you turn on your camera and smile. If he tells you to say EmGuarde, you say EmGuarde, even if your microphone is mute. Okay, guys? Acha ya, bura? Acha. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mr. EmGuarde David.
Thank you very much, Ming Way, for the warm welcome. Hello, everyone. Our Enagic family from India. Good morning to everyone. All right, if let's say you can hear me loud and clear, can you type number 8 in the chat box so that I know that you can hear me loud and clear? Number 8. All right, thank you very much for the responses. Okay, now let's begin with today's training. Now, Enagic launched EmGuarde since 2 years and 3 months ago. Okay, and we've been accumulating a lot of marketing resources, including the training content that I have for you guys today. Okay, so just sit back, relax, and if let's say you miss some of the points, don't worry, because the entire training will be recorded. All right, and we plan to even convert today's training into Hindi language, into Tamil language for your people to understand better for today's training. So let's begin. Okay. Now introducing Enagic's latest patented technology, the EmGuarde. Okay. All right. Now, I want to bring you back to 30 years ago. Okay. Can you still recall 30 years ago when we used to drive our cars, or let's say some of you, you are not that old, you are in your parents' car. All right. Now, we used to drive cars with very minimum electronic gadgets or even screens, in the car itself. But today, look at the cars today. We are talking about, digital world. We're talking about GPS systems, flat screen, big monitors, and even EV pack. You need to recharge your cars with batteries. Okay. We call it the modern e-life. Later on, I'll explain to you more what is the meaning of e-life, all right? Now, of course, for the Enagic world, we call it the Enagic lifestyle, all right? But this e-life means something else, okay? Now, 30 years ago, we used to live in homes like this. Homes are much simpler back then, okay? With lesser, electrical gadgets, electrical appliances. But today, we're living in a world where screens, Wi-Fi routers, LED light bulbs, filled with all these different power cables hidden behind the walls, because we need all this, to call it a modern home. That's why we call it the modern e-life as well. Okay, so just picture yourself living in this, especially those who are living in condominiums, apartments, where you actually sandwich between the electromagnetic radiation from the floor above you and at the same time the floor below you as well. All right, so you're surrounded with all this, in energy. We call it energy. Okay. Now, 30 years ago, during our younger days, all right, or during your children's younger days as well. Now, they used to play with all this. They play in football field, they play with bottle caps, a lot of outdoor activities. Okay, but today, our kids today are bombarded with modern gadgets like all this stuff you're seeing on the screen, the iPads, the phones and all that. Now, electromagnetic pollution is unique because it doesn't directly affect your senses. Unlike the other types of pollution, you can't see, you can't feel it, you can't smell it or hear it. So today, my job as the product specialist is to allow you to see the invisible danger that is lurking around your environment. All right? Now, I took this slide from one of the doctor who is presenting EmGuarde as well in the Philippines. Her name is Dr. Pinky. All right? Now, according to her research, she found out that the background level of electromagnetic radiation have increased by 1 quadrillion times as compared to the Earth nature background radiation. Now, why is it this much? Ask yourself, 30 years ago, how many of you actually own this thing that I'm holding here, this gadget, the mobile phone? All right, just type in your chat box, 30 years ago, how many of you actually own this thing? All right, versus 30 years later, which is today, 2025, how many of you have more than one handphone in your pocket or in your bags today? All right, how many of you have more than one handphone? Can I see a digit 2 or 3 or 4 in the chat box? See it for yourself. All right, now some of you have 2 for business, some of you have 3 phones, or maybe 1 phone and 1 iPads, or even 1 laptops and 2 handphones. All right, it's a combination of multiple gadgets as well. Now, that cumulatively, that contributes to this increment of the background radiation. We call it invincible energy. Okay, now, so today I'm going to help you to see what sort of differences in terms of the radiation level in different environments. Okay, now because I'm from Malaysia, so I did this experiment in my homeland as well. You can do it in India, all right, when you get hold of all these demonstration gadgets as well. Now, the first environment I did the test is actually in a beautiful park where there is no building, there is no telecommunication signals around, there's no cell tower. It's a very peaceful park. And I did this test in a park by using a very sophisticated gadget called the SDR software. Later on, I'll explain to you more about this gadget because you need this gadget to do your demonstration for EmGuarde, okay? So let's take a look at the video first before I explain further. Okay, folks, in this experiment, I'm going to test out 3 different settings in terms of background radiation noises, okay? And as you can see, I turn on my... Is the volume okay, Ming Way? All right, good. I'm going to replay again just to make sure that everyone can hear it clearly. Okay, let's do it. Okay, folks, in this experiment, I'm going to test out 3 different settings in terms of background radiation noises, okay? And as you can see, I turn on my SDR software and tune it to 72 megahertz. And the background noises in this environment, it's very low. It's averaging at about negative 75 dB. If you notice on the left here, okay, it's negative 75. And let me show you where I am now. I'm actually in this beautiful natural setting. You can see the lake is right behind me and the trees as well. So in settings like this, all right, the readings are fairly low. And if you can come back to the screen again, it's averaging at about negative 75 dB. Okay, it's very low. All right, so stay tuned for the next video because I'm going to show you another different setting and I'm going to scan the area again to show you how high the background radiation is. Okay, so from this first video, if you notice, the data captured from this software, it's 75 dB, decibel, okay, in average. Now, any of you here, you actually live next to a lake, in the middle of the jungle, next to a lake like this. Anyone here, you live next to a lake like this? Maybe you can type in 2 in the chat box. I want to see how many of you live in environments like this. Hardly any, right? Now, imagine you live in the middle of Mumbai city, all right? Or in the middle of, let's say, Gujarat, Chennai, you name it, Hyderabad, New Delhi. It is almost impossible for you to even look for a place, clean from background radiation like this. It's tough, all right? Especially in high density cities, okay? Now, The next test, I'm going to change my environment, okay? The next test, I'm actually doing it, this is actually where I used to live. I'm actually doing it in one of the living estate. We call it housing estates, okay, in Malaysia. And in this housing estate, there is something very special around this house, okay? So now let's watch the video and let the video explain to you before I elaborate further.
Okay, folks, now back to experiment 2. This is where I used to live. And I've actually tuned the SDR software to the same setting, 72 megahertz, and if you can see, the SDR is registering a lot of background energy. These are the waterfall spectrum, the noise right here. And the scale is averaging at about -25 to about -20, you see. As compared to yesterday where we did the same experiment in the nature setting, where the SDR is actually registering a -75 dB, okay? And back here, what you're seeing here is actually the high tension cable. And this is actually the environment I used to live more than 30 years ago. Okay, let's take a look at the contrast again. At 72 megahertz, the background noise is obviously higher, it's -25 in average.
Okay, now, if you look at this second environment testing, if you notice, the average dB from the SDR software is captured at -25. And some of the peaks actually reaches -20 decibels as well. All right, you can actually see that there is a hive of background noises increasing by changing the environment from the natural setting into a housing estate next to a high tension power line. All right, it's very obvious, okay? Now, the third setting that I'm about to do for you, it's actually in an indoor setting. Okay, so this is outdoor. I'm gonna do another one indoor, and I managed to capture this video in one of the Airbnb hotels in my home country as well. Okay, let's watch the third video before I explain further.
Okay guys, this is something pretty shocking. We rented this Airbnb and I started to experience this unexplainable headache whenever I go near to the kitchen and prepare the food. So what happened was, we got this gadget here. So remember, I always say that, you know, our human body organs, aggregate frequency is around 55 to 90. And we found that 72 is actually the brain frequency. So I'm going to hook up the software here to identify what causes my headache, because 72 is actually the frequency of your brain. So over here in this setting, we got 2 LED lights, one above us, another one is actually the small one over here. The switches are over there. Okay, the switches are over there. So let me turn on the first switch of the LED, and I want you to see the noise spectrum from the LED lights. The first light. See the noise came at 7 hertz, and the flux it stretches from 7 to about 72.3, and all the way down to about 73. Turn on the second LED above my head, which is the top one. I want to see the noise goes in color. Okay. So the LED, this is the first one. The second LED is actually above my head. And so you can see the spectrum here. The noise became darker and darker.
Okay, are you guys seeing this? All right, by just turning on the LED lights in the kitchen, it actually, all these readings from the SDR software actually escalated, from an average of -30 all the way to about -15 to speak as well. So now, let me put everything together in one picture so that it's easier for you to do comparison.
Okay, guys.
I've actually done this, all right? Now, the first picture on your left, if you can still recall, was my first experiment did in the park next to a lake, okay? Now, the E noise level averaging at about -75 decibel, okay? Now, let's compare it to the second one, which is the outdoor setting, okay, the place where I used to live. If you notice, the E noise level averaging at about -25 dB, and according to the calculation in dB scale, it is 100,000 times stronger against the natural environment. If you do the calculation, right? There's actually a calculation. Later on, I'll show you one of the laboratory report that we did for the EmGuarde, and there is a calculation formula there as well, okay? Now, if we compare against the third setting, which is indoor, all right, against that, the E noise level is averaging about -20 dB, and according to the dB scale calculation, it is 316,000 times stronger against the natural environment. Now, ladies and gentlemen in India, how many of you are actually living in such an environment? Look around you. I want you to look around you, all right, around your house. Now, anyone of you here, you have got more than 2 or 3 gadgets sitting right in front of you, including your TV, your Wi-Fi routers, your mobile phones, your, let's say your laptops, all right? I want you to type in how many electronic or electrical devices you have around you just within the areas that your eyes can see. And I want you to type in on the chat box. Let's say you have 3, you put 3. You have 8, you put 8, all right? Look at the chat box. All right, there you go. Okay, now, next one. Now, when we talk about all this background radiation, we also need to know what are the negative sides. Okay, what are the negative sides of all this? Now, I'm going to use documentation cited from all these official studies. Okay, PubMed. All right, it's available back in the National Library of Medicine in the United States of America. All right, in PubMed, my team and I managed to do some research. All right, now for those people who don't know what's PubMed, PubMed is a free online search engine where you can find all sorts of medical and scientific research paper. All right, it is run by the US National Library of Medicine, and mainly articles related to medical journals, health studies, scientific research on diseases, treatments, and biology as well. Okay, now in this amazing site, we managed to capture one of the many other articles, and this article is talking about e-noise and increasingly relevant health risks. So my earlier slides, I was talking about e-lifestyle. All right, now when we call e-lifestyle, means it's actually not something good. All right, it is bad. We call it this. The e-noise is defined as signal from electronic products and instruments that emits radiation and electromagnetic fields. All right, so e-noise represents the electromagnetic radiation energy. All right, so when I say we're living in the e-life, means we're living in such a radiated space, all right, or environment. Okay, now according to this article, if you dive into this article, all right, now this is actually one of the pages where it wrote about all these different health risks or health-related disease. Okay, now for example, e-noise is hypothetically independent risk factor, all right, and e-noise not only leads to hearing loss and health problems such as fatigue, stress, headache, insomnia, endangered cardiovascular system. Now at the same time, it is also connected to stroke, as well as brain and metabolic imbalance, obesity, diabetes, cancer, you name it. Okay, now the final lines. First, e-noise at home or in the general modern environment may be genuinely threat to human health and will only increase in scope due to the popularity of personal computers and smartphones and overall ubiquity of modern e-life. So this is what I meant by e-life. Okay? All right. Now, next. Now, I'm going to give you more research so that you can use this as part of your marketing presentation material as well. Now, we noticed that there is one research did back in 2019, okay, by this PhD Ed Hoffman. And in his research, he managed to accumulate 871 people, and he's actually asking them questions relating to the electromagnetic field exposure. Now, to my surprise, this is actually the data drawn from his research. Okay? Now, health-related problems through the EMF exposure. Now, look at the top 5 problem. Okay? 71% of them reported that they have sleep problems. All right? Now, 64% reported that they have fatigue issues, followed by concentration, memory, and learning problems, okay, which is accounted for 61%. Stress and anxiety, 60%, and headache, 52%. Okay, now I just want you to just focus on the top 5 problem, okay, the top 5 problem, because the top 5 problem has got something to do with the brain. Okay, if you focus at all the symptoms, now sleep problem, the brain is not producing enough melatonin, all right? It's actually a type of chemical that your brain produces to put you to sleep at night, all right? So when people have sleep problem, which means that exposure to EMF can actually affect the melatonin production from the brain as well. Fatigue can be due to mental stress, all right? Fatigue. concentration and memory learning problems. Now, if you notice, kids these days, they have learning issues, all right? They are less focused and they are very addicted to electronics like mobile phones and iPads and cartoons and stuff like that. And they are encountering learning problems or concentration issues when they go to school as well. Okay? Stress and anxiety, mental illness. All right? Something to do with the head. And of course, last but not least, headache. All right? So more than 50% of these people, they're experiencing something, we call it the EMR sickness, and these problems are related to the brain or the mind itself. Okay? Now, let me give you a clearer picture. Now, this research paper is actually from India, all right, from your beautiful homeland. So I managed to get this research paper. It's talking about the aggregate frequency of the body organs. Now, according to this research, they found out that our human brain frequency, which is the aggregate frequency of the human brain, is operating at around 72 megahertz. Okay? So I want you to remember 72 megahertz, a magic number. And earlier on, during my testing I did in the three different environments, I'm actually tuning that gadget into 72 megahertz. Okay, because that particular frequency has got something to do with the brain. Okay, and in today's training, I'm going to show you how EmGuarde is able to harmonize one of the most important frequency, and that's the reason why people are getting positive results, from this. Okay. So how EmGuarde works, all right? Let me give you in a nutshell. It is a patented technology and it harmonizes unwanted electromagnetic radiation targetedly, all right, between 3 megahertz up to 1000 megahertz. Okay, now a picture paints 1,000 words. Let me draw you straight to the demo video later, okay? But before that, documentation always beats conversation, okay? Now, EmGuarde product has actually gone through a series of testing, and this is one of them. All right, it has been put into test by one of the PhD holder in one of the local university. It's called University Science of Malaysia. All right, and Dr. Yaman Fai is actually the PhD holder who signed this testing paper. He holds 4 different PhDs, by the way. Okay, now in this training, I'm going to show you that. Now, they actually did this test, on the EmGuarde. If you notice, the test is actually starting from 1 meter all the way to 4 meter coverage, and they extended it to 6 meter, all right? Because EmGuarde only covers up to 4 meter radius. But in this laboratory test, they did it all the way to 6 meter, okay? So in other words, Enagic is actually under-promising you the effective range of the EmGuarde itself, okay? And if you notice, let me zoom in, okay? Now, the left-hand side data was before EmGuarde is turned on. If you notice, there are a few different places here: residential space, working office, laboratory, okay? So before EmGuarde is turned off, so these are the decibel readings captured from the same SDR software I used in the earlier demonstration, okay? It's the same software. Now, when EmGuarde is turned on, look at that. All the way from 1 meter to 6 meter. I want you to focus on the percentage of suppression in terms of percentage. If you notice, all the way from 1 meter to 6 meter, okay, for residential space, EmGuarde is able to suppress more than 99%, all right, compared to before it is turned on. Okay, so this is actually one of the laboratory paper. You can use this as part of your marketing material as well. We got all this. Now, during your free time, you can just take a look at all this. Okay, so these are all the data capture, and you can actually download the full report from our Telegram channel. Okay, so let's take a look at the conclusion. The EmGuarde electromagnetic noise radiation harmonizer successfully reduced unwanted electromagnetic noise wave between all these targeted frequencies, all right, in all test environments until its 6 meter coverage. Okay, and this paper is actually sealed, chopped, and signed by a 4 PhD holder by the name of Dr. Ming Way. Okay, there you go. So now, in a nutshell, EmGuarde utilizes the harmonic frequencies to effectively suppress targeted electromagnetic noise radiation between 3 megahertz to 1000 megahertz and within a 4 meter radius. Okay, so the multiple layering of harmonics. So whatever we are showing you, on the demo is just part of the many others, different frequencies that EmGuarde is working on. Okay, but for demo purposes, we want to be simple, we want to be straightforward. There's a reason why we're encouraging the distributors to use the frequencies that is suggested by us, okay? So now, the multiple layering of harmonic frequencies is strategically programmed to target specific frequencies at 36 megahertz, 72, 108, and all the way to 1000 megahertz, all right? So this is how it works in a nutshell. Now, I'm going to show you a live demo now. I managed to capture this particular video quite recently because we've been going around Enagic offices to do the EmGuarde training. And so happened that I was in Hong Kong, for the Hong Kong EmGuarde event. So I managed to capture this particular video back in April this year, which is not long ago, about 3 months ago, okay? I would like to share this video with you. Just watch it before I explain further. Let's take a look at the video.
Okay guys, I'm in the middle of Hong Kong City and I would like to test the background radiation level in my hotel room, okay? So I've actually pulled out my SDR software and tuned it to specifically 72 megahertz, and this is actually the data that's been capturing from my SDR software. If you look at the decibel here, it's averaging about negative 25 decibel, okay? Now that's before I turn on the LED lights. Now what happens when I turn on the LED lights now? Okay, the lights are on, and if you notice, the average dB increases from negative 25 to about negative 20. Okay, look at the peaks there, all right? So what I have here is my EmGuarde next to the window. So let's see what happens when I turn on the EmGuarde. 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. So it harmonizes 72 megahertz and it suppresses the radiation to about negative 55, as low as negative 55 in average. Now let's do a contrast by removing the power line. Immediately the radiation comes back to negative 25 to 20. And go again, there you go. So EmGuarde is able to protect you in situations and environments like this, all right? Thank you very much.
So now, for those of you here who are watching this video for the first time, magical, isn't it? Okay, let's give a round of applause for this latest Enagic product, all right? This is life-changing, and this product is going to change the world immensely. And I believe that this product is going to change the Indian community as well, back in India. All right. Now, again, let me just remind you on certain things that I set on this particular software. If you notice, on the top of my phone, it is actually preset at 72 megahertz. Because I already told you that 72 megahertz is actually the brain's aggregate operational frequencies. So this is actually one of the most frequencies that EmGuarde harmonizes in order for you to get positive results when you use the EmGuarde back in your home, your car, or even your offices. Okay? So this is a quick demo. You can use this video or you can do your own videos back in India, no problem. Okay, now one important question I have for you this morning, okay, my fellow Indian friends. How many hours do you use your mobile phones daily? How many hours? Just be truthful. If it's 30 minutes, you put 30 minutes, all right? If it's 1 hour, you put 1 hour, all right? There you go, okay? You can say it to yourself, all right? Some of you, I notice whenever I ask this question, some of you here, you're actually using the mobile phone for more than 5 hours a day. You have no choice because you've got a lot of different downlines to communicate with, isn't it? You've communicated with this downline, then this downline again, that group, that group. So some of you here, you're using the mobile phones for many hours. Now, the next question I'm about to ask you is, how many hours do your children use the mobile phone daily? Your own children, when they watch the cartoons, when they play the mobile games. How many hours do they use the mobile phones on a daily basis? Now, why this question is so important, okay? Because the next slide I'm about to share with you is going to shock you, okay? Now, I'm going to introduce this beautiful lady to you. Her name is Dr. Magda Harvest, and she's actually a Canadian researcher and professor as well. Now, she devoted her life to actually, do experiment and also do findings on how electromagnetic pollution actually affects your health. Now, if you look at this, according to her research, all right, if you look at this picture, just 10 minutes of mobile phone use, 10 minutes, all right, it is able to cause your red blood cell to go into this kind of formation. Now, in the scientific word, we call it the rouleau formation. Okay, it simply means that your red blood cell actually stacks together. It's like coins. It's like a stack of potato chips or Pringles. Okay, so by just 10 minutes of mobile phone use, it is able to reshuffle or reshape your red blood cell into this condition. Now, if you look at the one to the left, 70 minutes of desktop or computer usage your red blood cell is already turning into another structure as well. Okay. Now, according to Dr. Magda Haver's explanation in her video, this formation in the live blood, which is your red blood cell, is what she normally sees in her cancer patient's blood or her diabetic patient's blood. Okay, so this is not what she normally sees in the cancer patient or the diabetic patient's blood. But today, I'm telling you, by just using this gadget 10 minutes, the red blood cell is able to go into a critical rouleau formation as well. All right, which is the same scenario. Now, let's look at the symptoms. All right, now when our red blood cell forms into rouleau formation, it is going to cause poor circulation. All right, it is going to cause low oxygen transports. All right, and of course, all the different problems as well, headache, fatigue, difficulty in concentrating. Okay, now this explains why earlier on I was sharing with you a research done in America, 2019, why people reported that they have this concentration in, difficulties in concentrating. All right, more than 50% of them say they have headache issues, fatigue. Why? This is actually the root cause of all symptoms as well. Okay, which is the rouleau formation. All right, now, this next video that I'm about to show you is mind-blowing. All right, the first time when we did this video, it was way back. All right, when I saw this, it was way back. It was been broadcasted back in 2023. All right, where one of the EmGuarde users, he got so curious, he actually took his own EmGuarde and he went to a medical lab and he met Dr. Roland. And Dr. Roland was actually the medical personnel that, helped him to do this test, because she find that, if let's say whatever Dr. Magda Haver's claim that your mobile phone is able to cause rouleau formation is true, then he might be able to see it in his own blood as well. Okay, so he documented the whole process together with professional doctors' help as well. So I would like you to take a look at this video, all right, the before and after results of using the EmGuarde technology by Enagic. Let's take a look at the video.
So what we can do is, you get on your phone for maybe close to about half an hour, holding it, and then we'll check again and see how does the capillary blood look like.
It looked like my first blood test result was clean, with no signs of blood clotting or blood clumps. But would just 30 minutes of cell phone usage really do any harm at all to my body? I hope not. Let's find out.
Okay, let's have a look. So you can see all the cells now being stacked. See, all of them, you cannot see those loose cells. You can see most of the cells now all stacked.
Bumped up together, right?
Exactly. Just look at that. The big message is always to try to reduce our exposure. It's almost impossible not to use, but try to be a bit more cautious in the usage.
So the thing is, I know you say it's better to reduce. It's impossible for somebody like me, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there that also need to be holding their phones. So is there anything I can do?
This is the device that can actually help harmonize your electromagnetic frequency wave. And you want to see how it works?
Sure.
Come.
With the environment harmonizer turned on beside me, Dr. Roland and I proceeded to do a third blood test to see just how well this technology supposedly suppresses EMI. Okay, so this looks completely different to the last test, doesn't it?
Yep. Clearly looks different, lesser rouleau formation.
Wow, look at that. All right, now after showing you this video, I want to ask all of you here, my fellow Indian friends, one simple question. How big is the EmGuarde market in India? All right, now after understanding this particular demonstration, you must understand that whoever uses the mobile phone, all right, can potentially get themselves into the rouleau formation, which is on the left, the picture on the left hand side. Okay, by just 30 minutes of mobile phone use, the live blood actually goes into this kind of formation, they call rouleau formation. All right, and after turning on the EmGuarde for 30 minutes, and on the right hand side, this is actually the blood samples captured from Dr. Roland's clinic as well. So ask yourself this question, all right, how big is the EmGuarde market in India after seeing this demonstration itself? All right, I leave the rest to you, which is the imagination. Okay, Now, besides Dr. Roland, we have got another local doctor. His name is Dr. C. He did the same thing. As a medical professional, he got curious and he bought this EmGuarde as well. And he did the same thing. And I would like you to listen to his feedback as well.
Thank you. I'm Dr. C, a wife of husband of Grace Mary, who is a distributor. I've been recently for the past few months have been testing about the evidence whether this EmGuarde really can cause the microcirculation to be better. And usually I will do it on those who come to me. I prick the finger tip before they were exposed to EmGuarde. Then 20 to 30 minutes after they were with EmGuarde, I prick another time to see whether the rural formation of the blood has been separated. Truly, of all the cases that I did, the rural formation stopped and the red blood cells start to separate singly. And this is something very phenomenal and always true.
Okay, so this test is actually did by another doctor, different personnel as well, and this is only 20 minutes of before and after phone usage, and of course, 20 minutes of turning on the EmGuarde. Okay, if you look at the picture, all right, obviously it's different as well. So this is actually the benefit, the true benefit of why people are investing into the EmGuarde technology and how the EmGuarde technology is able to help the users to experience this, all right, to mitigate the root cause of problems. Okay, the root cause of radiation is going to cause the lifeblood to get into another formation, and EmGuarde is there to help you to mitigate the risk starting from the root cause. Okay, there you go. All right, now, as a general conclusion, when we're in sync with the EmGuarde's harmonized zone, we can potentially lower our risk from the negative effects of EMR affecting our sleep, energy level, eye microcirculation of our blood, and rural formation and stuff. So this is actually the whole nutshell on how EmGuarde actually works and how do you actually get the benefits of the EmGuarde as well. So first of all, you need to be in sync with the EmGuarde's harmonized zone. If let's say the EmGuarde is able to harmonize your environment at a 4-meter radius, you have to be mingling around within the 4-meter radius, okay, in order for you to see such a result. All right, now, and if you have a big house, of course, one EmGuarde is insufficient. You need more than one because the EmGuarde is only built to harmonize up to a 4-meter radius, and in the diameter, it's only up to 8 meters in diameter. Okay, so if you're living in a big house, congratulations, you need more than one EmGuarde. Okay, and if your customers is living in a bigger house, congratulations again, you can sell him more than one EmGuarde. All right. So now I'm getting to the final part of my presentation. Okay, so for all of you here who are in for this, you're in here for the business. Now you need to learn about the demonstration too. I would like you to take a screenshot on this particular screen because on the left-hand side, the QR code will actually bring you to the setup. Okay, so this is for you to learn how to set up the RTL SDR software I use together with my Android phone. Okay, which is all the videos you see in this presentation. I did it through the first gadget, the RTL SDR V3 setup. Okay, now for those of you here who are not using an Android phone, let's say you're not using an Android phone, you're using Apple. All right, now Apple is not compatible with this software. So my recommendation is you can actually go for the next SDR software. On the right hand side, we call it the Bajaj SDR. And this QR code will lead you to the setup as well. Okay, so now this tool is a very important tool in your EmGuarde business because you need this tool first of all to identify the background radiation around your environment. Okay, now the second function of this tool is to confirm that the EmGuarde suppression works at 4 meters in radius. Okay, so you're able to see the suppression, when you turn on the EmGuarde as well. Okay, so this thing is something like your pH tester. It's something like your ORP meter you use in your Kangen business. Okay, so please remember to take a screenshot, and this is the 2 important tools for you to start the business. Now, our team has actually created some videos like this. For example, Mr. Simon Low himself actually did this video, and in this video, he's going to talk about how the Bajaj SDR works as well. Let's take a look at the video, okay, before I explain further.
Hi everyone, today I'm very excited to share with you another great marketing tool that you can use for your EmGuarde demo. It's called the Baje SDR detector. And what I love about this detector is it has a big screen and it's very easy to set up and use. It's not affected by static interference. And it also has a loudspeaker for you to use during your EmGuarde demo. You'll know what I'm talking about later on. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce David right there. David, say hi to the camera. Hello. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a before and after EmGuarde test using the Baje. All right, and I want you to see the difference on the screen. So I'm going to turn on the detector. And once it's turned on, the first thing you can see is this waterfall spectrum that comes down. And what you will notice is I've actually tuned the Baje to 72 megahertz because that is the operating frequency of our brain. And you would notice the noise radiation level here via the dB scale. All right, and these are all the data of the noise radiation. So I'm also going to turn on the speaker for you guys to hear. All right, and in the count of 3, David is going to turn on the EmGuarde, and I want you guys to see the difference. In 3, 2, 1, go. Take a look at that. All right, so what you would notice is instantly the dB scale noise level has reduced, and the green color wave spectrum has already been cleared to a very dark blue color, which means this area is cleared off of the noise interference. All right, so let's do another test. Let's pull out the EmGuarde again, turn it off, and you will see everything comes back instantly. And now with the EmGuarde turned on again, you would see instantly the results. So this is simply amazing, right? Now the Baje is able to really showcase what the brain and our organs are going through every single day, and it's able to convert something that is invisible into something that we can see and experience, all right? So this is the short demo for the Baje SDR detector. Right, so EmGuarde aims to create an environment for all of its users into a peaceful and serene environment. All right, so if you want to know where to get the Baje SDR detector, it's available on most of the e-com websites. I will put the model name at the end of this video for you guys to go and purchase your detector. Happy EmGuarding.
Okay, so this is actually one of the tools, for those Apple phone users. You don't have the RTL, we call it RTL SDR Touch software. You can use this Baje SDR software, as your demonstration tools as well. All right. Now, for those of you here who do not know how to tune this, again, our team has actually put together a video to actually teach you, or new people who wants to do demonstration. Now, this is actually a step-by-step. I'm not going to play the whole thing, all right? Because after this training, you're going to get hold to this video, all right? There's a QR code. You can watch it for yourself. And it's something to do like this. So these are all the marketing materials that you'll be getting, all right?
So when your detector screen looks like this and you want to change the setting, you have to press the knob and twist it. Do not release the knob, all right? Only until you've reached your destination, then you release the knob and you twist again. So press the knob, do not release it, and then once you've reached your setting, only then you release the knob and start to twist it to where you want it to be. In this case, I twist it to number 2. Okay, so now this whole video is going to take 2 minutes. All right. Now, on your free time, please go to the QR code. Later on, I'm going to share it. So you can watch this. It's like the step-by-step dummy guide to educate you on how to tune your demonstration tools. Okay. All right. We've got all this for you. You don't have to do it yourself. All right. Everything, it's very straight. Now, the next video here, it's how you can install the RTL SDR software on your Android phone, and how to actually connect it to the hardware as well, which is the dongle and also the multiple antenna that I'm using, in all my tests as well. So this is, again, another step-by-step video. All right, it's like a dummy guide to teach you step 1, do this, step 2, do that. All right, so everything is installed for you. Okay, so I'm not going to play the full video. I'd like to encourage you to do this after the session because we've got more
content to share with you after my session as well. Okay, so let's not waste time on all this. You can always go back to this one. Let me show it to you. Okay, now, where to buy the EmGuarde tools. Now, these two QR codes are going to lead you to one of the e-commerce website, all right, that sells this gadget. Make sure that you go to the same QR code because there are different models in the market. And please do not buy the wrong demonstration tools because there are different specs, different model. And if you buy the wrong one, it might not work, during your demonstration, okay? So take a very important screenshot. Just take a screenshot, all right, of this and make sure that you get to the correct e-commerce website to buy, or even you can jot down the specs, all right, the technical specs of the gadget and get the correct model, for your home country as well. Okay, and for the setup, I'm going to go back to a few slides before. So this is actually the QR code for you to learn how to set up, and this is the setup video. All right, take another screenshot on the two QR code. This is very important for you to learn how to set up your RTL SDR software and also the Bajaj SDR device. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, now last but not least, I'm going to go to the last slide. And over here, this is where you can access to almost all the EmGuarde marketing material, including videos, PowerPoint slides, you name it, certificates, laboratory testings as well. So the first QR code on the left will lead you to the official EmGuarde Telegram channel, where we will be posting all the PPT, the PowerPoint slides and everything, the videos as well, and all the events updates, all right? The Zoom links, everything will be there, all right? The second one is the EmGuarde official website where you'll be getting information about EmGuarde. You can send this to your new prospects. For new people who ask, so what's this? Can you send me some information? So I think this website has got what, you need in terms of basic videos and stuff like that. And it has got a list of FAQs, frequently asked questions and answers as well together in the website itself. Okay, now the third one, it's the official Facebook page. We call it EmGuarde to the World Facebook. Now this is a place where you get to see, different testimonials. You can follow all our events, the updates, what's happening, what's going on. Everything is there, and all the training modules as well. We have actually my team and I have actually created different training modules. Simon and myself will be doing some of these modules as well. So over there, you get to learn about the EmGuarde as well in the Facebook page. Okay, we call it EmGuarde to the World. And last but not least is the EmGuarde official YouTube channel. So you'll be seeing videos like the Dr. Roland's video, Dr. C. We'll be uploading videos, and of course, Zoom recorded trainings will be uploaded on the official YouTube channel as well. Okay, so with that, I conclude today my session. All right, I hope you enjoyed this session, and I'll be seeing you very soon in the next training. Okay, with that, again, I wish you a very good start of the EmGuarde business in India, and I'd like to pass this time back to Ming Way. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was so amazing by our Mr. EmGuarde. David, let us give him a show of gratitude, right? I know we have disabled the chat, but just put on your smiles and smile at him. Thank you so much, David. That was so amazing. Again, I learned so many things. One thing, guys, is to remember that just because you've come for this session before doesn't mean you shouldn't come in the future. Because David here, he works so hard, tirelessly, always finding and coming out with new content, new ways to help you guys sell the EmGuarde, new ways to try to make you guys understand how the EmGuarde works, and we are so grateful for him. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, EmGuarde here is such a great product. We already know, right? I love my EmGuarde. My EmGuarde's like right here next to my face always. But one thing I love even more about EmGuarde is how we use it in our business. You see, guys, we all love the Kangen water. We love it. We really do. I love Kangen water and I love EmGuarde. But you know what is better than just Kangen water and just EmGuarde? It is when you have Kangen water and EmGuarde together. Okay, everybody say together. Because this is how you really level up your business. Okay, so first things first. EmGuarde now is pre-launch. Everybody say pre-launch. It is not yet available in India. Okay, so remember that, guys, it's not yet available in India. Some people say, oh, that's not good. That's a little bit of a problem. Okay, well, yes. Let me share with you, 2015, when I first came to India, so many people rejected me. But many people didn't reject me and said, I want to do Enagic business. But a lot of these people who said, I want to do Enagic business, said to me, I will wait for Enagic India to sell first. I will wait until next year before I start this Enagic business. This is what they said. And I said, I'm so sorry to hear that, because right now is a huge opportunity. You either see problems or you see opportunity. Me personally, I choose to start now. When? Now. You see, guys, when we launched India 2015, my father and myself, we went to India. Did you notice no other distributor in the world wanted to go to India to open this market? Why? Well, it is because they only saw India as problems. So many distributors went to India when we launched Enagic India in 2016. Everybody, they came like flies from Canada, from US, from Australia, from Southeast Asia, from Malaysia, from Hong Kong. Everybody went to India, but they never survived because they only saw India as problems. But the only people who saw India as opportunity was my father. And he told me we need to do this business for India, even though we were getting too much rejections, too much negativity. Everybody was telling us, they say, why are you wasting your time here? Go back to Malaysia. India is not suitable for Enagic. And guess what? Today in India, we have crossed 250,000 sales. 250,000 sales, guys. Achaya Bura, Bauracha. So right now, I want to ask you, what is your mindset? What is your mentality? Do you say, oh, I need to buy from Malaysia. I need to ship the product. The product takes time to come, maybe 2-3 weeks. Or, I'm going to wait until Enagic India open, then I buy my EmGuarde, then I start selling. Or do you say, no, I see this opportunity. I better start now before everybody gets hold of it when it finally launches in India. I want to be number one. I want to be first. Who wants to be first? I want you to raise your hand up and say, I want to be first. Amazing. Amazing. Now, let me share with you guys. Another person who said, I will be number one. This guy, Mr. Shiro, invites him all over the world to share about EmGuarde. Why? Because he is number one for EmGuarde. He's used EmGuarde in his Enagic business with Kangen water machine so well that when he first saw EmGuarde, he said, I will be number one. He came in and then he became from 6A2 to -2 to -3 to -4 in 1 year, guys. Oh my gosh, can somebody say wow? Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome onto the stage. Simon, if you're here, can you please spotlight yourself? This amazing gentleman, this guy, he's been all over the world to share about EmGuarde. And today he's going to share about how he views the Enagic business with EmGuarde and how you can use your EmGuarde to level up your business to a whole new level. So give him a lot of energy. Turn on your cameras, smile, and say hello to Mr. Simon Low.
Thank you, Ming Way. Hello, everybody. Hello, Banu, Ashke, Yogendra. I can see your thumbs up. So, guys, if you want to be interactive, turn on your camera. And I would like to say a big thank you to Ming Way, my sponsor, Amos, Mr. Amos Sia, formerly known as Sam Sia, one of my mentor in Enagic, for bringing me into the Enagic business, first of all, right? And I've been involved in this business over the last 9 years, and I see myself being involved for another 9, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So if you see yourself being in Enagic business for the long term, raise up your hand with the emoji or physically on the video chat box. If you see yourself thriving and succeeding in this business, just like many of the leaders in India and all around the world, all right, give me some energy, because, ladies and gentlemen, today in my session, I'm going to share with you something called the next wave of Enagic for India. I'm very excited about India. I have a team in India. I'm looking to build more teams in India because, guys, do you know what people are talking about India in the Enagic world? Everywhere I go to US, I go to Europe, I go to maybe Hong Kong, I go to Dubai, everybody is talking about Enagic India. Because in India, you guys are doing a lot of sales, and a lot of them couldn't even understand how you guys are doing it, right? So this is the power of the Enagic business in India, and more than that, this is the power of the Indian market. So I would like to, acknowledge all of you distributors who have been hardworking, doing the business the right way, going through the objection, going through the challenges. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to actually deliver to you one of my trainings that will help you use EmGuarde in your business, even though we are in a pre-launch phase, for you to truly level up your business, for you to get to the next level in your business, next rank. For those of you who are stuck at maybe 5A, I want you to get to 6A. Those of you who are going to 6A, go to 6A2, dash 3. And with EmGuarde, because the market, as what David, he is my mentor in the EmGuarde business. All right, so please don't share your screen. Yeah, I can see somebody who are sharing your screen. I'm not sure how that works. So don't share your screen. Okay. All right, don't disrupt the flow. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, I learned a lot from David about how the EmGuarde product works. And in his last 45, 50-minute session, did you guys learn a lot from his session? If yes, give me a thumbs up. Because it is through him I learned the power of EmGuarde. So before I go into my training, ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you what got me so excited about EmGuarde. This was more than 2 years ago. I spent about a year in Nigeria to develop the Nigerian market in Africa. Those of you who know my story, right? Those of you who have heard my story before, you know about this. So I spent about 1 year in Africa to develop the market, specifically in Nigeria. And I faced a very tedious problem in Nigeria, which I believe some of my Indian friends you're also facing. It is a water source problem. But the problem in India and Nigeria is totally opposite. In India, you have something called hard water, right? Certain parts, because the water is from the well. So a lot of you needed to put RO filters or different filters to reduce the TDS to fix the Kangen machine. That one I know. My team also goes through the same challenges. However, nothing is more challenging than when I was in Nigeria, the water doesn't have TDS. Doesn't have TDS. So it's an opposite problem from India. Similarly, I had a water problem. A lot of things that I needed to do to make the water compatible to our Kangen machine. So I was there for 1 year, and we successfully launched the Nigerian market. Today we are an office in Lagos, Nigeria, which is the biggest city in Nigeria. And that is the first branch for Africa for Enagic in the region. So I'm very proud of that, proud of my team. But that also gave me a lot of challenges in terms of the water problem. So when I came back to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in April or May 2023, that was when EmGuarde was launched in Malaysia, all right, for the very first time. And they invited the 6As for a pre-launch event. They did a preview for the leaders. And when I saw it specifically, when I saw the demo for the first time, David was the one that did the demo for me. My eyes was like this. Wow. To me, I needed the product. I bought 3 EmGuarde for myself, just as a user. And then, because, we've been doing the Kangen business for 9 years. Some of you, 5 years, 6 years, whatever, right? So we're very focused on Kangen. But some of you in this Zoom call, there's about 1,000 of you. I'm sure some or even all of you, you're looking at EmGuarde. Wow, this has nothing to do with the water. Nothing to do with the water. It is a totally new product solving different issues in the market. So this could be your Kangen market that you guys have been targeting. However, now, because of the introduction of EmGuarde, a new market has just been created in India. So just now, Ming Way has shared, if you guys have sold 250,000 or 3 lakh machines in India, Kangen machines, how many lakhs of EmGuarde India can sell? And the great thing about those of you who are in this call today, you are the first batch of people in India to receive this information because you guys are the pioneers. By the way, EmGuarde is not even launched yet. I think Ming Way has emphasized that many times. This is the pre-launch. But why are you guys here? What on earth are you guys doing here? Because you guys want to start doing the business, understanding the product, understanding the business, the commission, way before the other 99% that is in the Indian market right now, who could be still sleeping, who could be still not knowing what is happening. What is EmGuarde? What is it all about? Let's wait for it to launch in India first. Majority would have that mindset, but not you. You are here today because you want to be the pioneers. So if you want to be the pioneers, give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat box. All right, give me your thumbs up, because show me your energy, because I'm going to share with you guys the big vision. I'm going to share you guys the big vision about the EmGuarde. Okay, so I'm talking a bit fast because I'm very excited. Okay, all right. So I'm going to share my screen, ladies and gentlemen. I call this part of my training Enagic 2.0. Wow, I love that name. Right. So when I started to do the EmGuarde business, I look at it as, for the first 50 years, now 51 years, right? For the first half a century of Enagic, they dominated the entire world with one single product. My dear friends from India, I want you to understand, have you ever seen a company that has done billions of dollars of sales just with one product? You would rarely see it. Look at these companies like Apple. Do they just sell you the iPhone? No. They sell you the MacBook, they sell you the wireless AirPod, they sell you chargers, they sell you so many things for them to be who they are today. Same with many other companies. But Enagic dominated the industry, the water iodine industry, became a multi-billion-dollar company just with one product. That is a miracle, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that is so powerful. And now, the next phase of Enagic is looking to introduce more wellness products into the company. My question to you is this: if Enagic introduces more amazing products, is that good news? Of course. But a lot of distributors, let me tell you this, a lot of distributors, including some people in my own team, tell me this: Simon, Enagic is a water company. So when they had Ukon, they had other products, or they had like the Kangen Air or the EmGuarde, they couldn't understand it, because in their mind, Enagic is water company. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have the mindset that Enagic is water company, I'm sorry to say, you have it all wrong. Enagic is not a water company. Their main product is a water machine. But what is Enagic? Enagic is a wellness company. Anything that can improve other people's wellness, that is Enagic's business. Okay? So Enagic 2.0. Now we know that the Kangen Enagic has already been in India since 2016, right? All right, 2016, where the office was established. My question to you is, what if you knew about Kangen? Now we talk about Kangen. What if you knew about Kangen before it was launched in India more than 10 years ago? What if you could be the number one, right? You could be the Rajan Mandreka or the Samir Potta and all these big leaders, Nageshwar, all these big leaders that came in very early. Because as much as we are hardworking, sometimes timing also plays a role. Correct? Imagine I bought the share of Amazon 20 years ago. Today I'll be a multimillionaire. So sometimes it's also about timing. Okay? So now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about timing. You can't go back 10 years ago to be the first to know about Kangen water in India, because none of us have the time machine, right? This is from Back to the Future. It's from the movie, right? American movie. So we do not have the ability to transport ourselves back in time. So when Ming Way spoke about my excitement about EmGuarde 2 years ago, that was because when I saw the EmGuarde, I saw it as my time machine. That, look, I was not the first for EmGuarde in Malaysia. I joined Enagic 2016. I was not the first to have Kangen in Malaysia. I joined Enagic 2016. Kangen has already been around for a couple years before I joined in Malaysia. So I was not the first. I was not the pioneer. But when I saw EmGuarde, I told myself, I'm going to be the pioneer for this. Now, whether you are 6A2-6 or whether you are 2A distributor, doesn't matter. Everybody is starting at the same level playing field when it comes to EmGuarde. Are you guys with me? Right? Are you guys with me? Because this is so exciting. And this is creating a new playing field for all distributors in India, not just the high rank, not just for the dash 3s and above, but for every single distributor. Because let me ask you this. Why do people join new network marketing companies, right? In India, in Malaysia, you go all around the world. There's new companies every day, everywhere, right? New companies. Why do they join? Maybe there is a new product. They want to be number one. They want to sit on top, of the organization. Maybe it is exciting. Wow, it's new, right? Okay, people jump in. And we see that all across the world. We see that in India. We see that in Malaysia. Oh, a new company, everybody go. But what usually happens? What usually happens to most companies, 90% of them go out of business, means close shop within the first 2 years. Is this the truth? Sometimes it's not the truth. Sometimes within the first year, they close. Okay. But we talk about 2 years, 90% of them, they close because it is just not easy to run a successful network marketing company. So why am I bringing this topic out? So it's risky business for a lot of people to go into new businesses. Why am I bringing this topic is because when I see the EmGuarde, I look at it as a brand new business. I don't look at it as, oh, Enagic has Kangen. Oh, Enagic now has EmGuarde. So when you look at it that way, okay, it's just an additional product. Maybe like the Spa, additional product. Okay, good. So I can sell this, I can sell that. But when you change your perspective to look at it as a brand new business, you operate very differently, ladies and gentlemen. You operate as though it is a new company, new business altogether. So in India, now we're in the pre-launch phase, but soon in the future, India will have officially the EmGuarde, right? Because now it's pre-launch. So don't miss out. And for those of you who see a huge opportunity after David's presentation, you have to get ready now because the pre-launch timing is the golden timing. The pre-launch timing is the golden timing. Those of you who take a lot of action now are those of you that's going to dominate the EmGuarde market in India 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. It's all because of the pre-launch. So I want you to understand that now with EmGuarde is a new business, right? I talk about my perspective. But at the same time, you have a 51-year-old company called Enagic to distribute EmGuarde for you. So can you see the big difference between looking at EmGuarde as just another Enagic product and looking at EmGuarde as a brand new business, brand new product, but Enagic helps to distribute it. That's how I see it, And when you see it that way, wow, you just do it totally so differently. I want you guys to bring yourself back to the days, for some of you could be even 10 years ago, to the days where you first started Kangen business. What were you doing? You were buying all the meter, you were buying the pH tester, right? You were setting up your demo kit, and then you were doing demos for all your friends and family. That was what I was doing 9, 10 years ago. So when EmGuarde was launched, I was doing the same thing. I bought all the tools David was talking about, all right? And I set it up. I get my EmGuarde. I get all my family to get their EmGuarde, and I start to do demonstrations to all my people. So now in India, in the pre-launch phase, okay, only existing Kangen distributors or Kangen customers can purchase the EmGuarde. So what should be your strategy? There is 2 strategy. Later I'll talk about it. The second one. The first one is go to your entire team. Some of you have hundreds of Kangen customers. Some of you have thousands of Kangen customers. So what happens? Go to them, show them the EmGuarde, do the demonstration, and start cranking. All right? You get the opportunity, excitement, earning potential of a new business, but you're not exposed to the risks of a new business. So far, so good. This makes a lot of sense, in terms of business. All right. So my experience with EmGuarde since May 2023. How do we get to 6A? Fast. We use the EmGuarde. The EmGuarde has a sales value of $1,480 USD in your DSS system. 1480. All right. So those of you who are selling a lot of Kangen machines, now you start to sell EmGuarde as well. You can shortcut your success to 6A. And not only that, don't just think about getting to 6A and that's it with EmGuarde. No, there's a huge market, 1.4, I don't know how many billion people in India waiting for you to talk to them about EmGuarde, correct? So I'm going to share with you how the 8-point system for EmGuarde works. It is the same as the Kangen machine. Okay? So there's no difference. The only difference is how much is the selling price, how much is the 8-point commission. Okay? Now, I'm gonna give you guys the selling price later on because now you guys will be ordering from Malaysia. There's a few steps. I will bring you through all the steps. Okay? So follow me in my presentation. Now let's talk about 8 points first. Now, every time an EmGuarde is sold, Enagic sets aside 8 points, all right, to be paid out to you guys. So the total of the 8 points is 41,600 rupees. Okay? Which means 1 point is 5,200 rupees. Good? Very good. Okay? So depending on your ranking, you will be earning per point. So now those of you who are already 2A, 3A, 4A, or even 6A, when you purchase your EmGuarde, what does that mean? You get back the points from Enagic, right? Just like when you buy another product. Okay? So how does the EmGuarde commission work? This is how it works. So when you're 1A, 5,200 rupees, 2A, 10,400, and 3A, 15,600, 4A, 20,000 rupees, 800, after 5A, 26,000 rupees, and after you are 6A, 31,200 rupees. But remember, to become a 6A, there are 2 requirements. You need 100 group sales, and you also need 300,000 US dollars in sales value. Am I right? So EmGuarde has a sales value of 1,480 US. So even though you sell 100 EmGuardes, that doesn't qualify you to 6A. Why? Not enough sales value. Correct. So you need to mix with your Kangen machines. So we always talk about you have to sell both the products. You have to sell all the products of Enagic. But now, what is the big opportunity in front of you? Go back to your entire Enagic network that you have built across the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. Go and get all of them to buy an EmGuarde. How much income will you generate? How much sales are you going to bring in? It's massive. So far, so good. So this one is very simple. Okay, straightforward. Now, EmGuarde is one group sale. What does that mean? Let's take an example. Let's say now you are 2A. Okay? Now, 2A means, let's say you have already sold 3 Kangen machine. Okay, 3 Kangen machine. Now, you talk to 3 of them, and then from these 3 people, they also bought their EmGuarde. They bought a few EmGuarde. So let's say that total there is 7 EmGuarde that came from these 3 people. Okay, 7 EmGuarde from these 3 people. Total, you have 10 group sales, which means EmGuarde can help you push your rank up to 3A and 4A very fast. It is one group sale. It is only considered 0.5 group sale for what purpose? A lot of you get confused with this. It's not that difficult. From 1A to 6A is one group sale. It is only considered 0.5 group sale for title bonus requirement. What does that mean? When you become a 6A, the month you rank up to 6A, you need 10 group sales to receive your 3,000 US dollar title bonus. Am I right? As a 6A. So if you have EmGuarde, every EmGuarde is counted as 0.5, which means if you need 10 group sales in a month of rank up, you need 20 EmGuardes. So far, so good. As simple as that. Okay? Now, 0.5, is that good news or bad news? It's very good news. Why? Just calculate. The price of an EmGuarde is much lesser than half of a K8. Correct? But company is still calculating 0.5. So company is being very generous in giving us 0.5 group sale count for title bonus and for 6A and above bonuses. So far, so good. So don't be confused. A lot of people ask me, oh, do I need to sell 2 EmGuarde to become a 3A? I don't know what. Forget about all that. One group sale. It's only 0.5 for title bonus requirement, which is 6A and above. Okay? So make this very, very clear. And once you guys visit our Facebook group, the whole rule book, everything is there. I will bring you guys on a tour on the Facebook group. I'll show you guys how to use it because all the information is there. Okay? All the information is there. So, ladies and gentlemen, is the EmGuarde a compelling product? Means when you saw the EmGuarde, were you like, wow? If it's wow, raise up your hand. Type the hand emoji. right? Give me a thumbs up or raise up your hand in the Zoom. Compelling, right? When I saw it, I was like, wow. Hey, I need this. Everybody needs this. We have a huge market. And is it a demo-able product? Demo-able means you can do demo for the product. You see, I think David covered just now briefly that many of the other anti-radiation products in the market, they could be from, I don't know, American, German, or Chinese, whatever, right? There are other companies in the anti-radiation industry. But what is their main issue? No demo. Just read the website, buy the product. Whether it works, it doesn't work, don't know. Can't test. But what I love about EmGuarde and why Enagic, Mr. Assure has started EmGuarde is because you can see with a demo, with the SDR tool. Very, very important. Because if I go out there and tell people, hey, buy this EmGuarde, it's going to protect you from radiation. The customer asks, how? I say, I don't know. This is how they do it. It's not going to work. It's very difficult. Only a small percentage of people would buy if that is the case. But now with EmGuarde, you can demo with the tool and you can also demo with the blood test. Remember the blood test at the end of David's presentation? You can see a difference with and without EmGuarde. Only product in the world that can do this. Very, very powerful. Right? So remember that. Very, very powerful. And it's a great tool, ladies and gentlemen, to revive our distributors in our network that has gone to sleep, or we call them idle. I'm sure, even in my group, I have about 10,000 people in my group. Not everybody is active, right? Some gone do something else, some, after COVID, split ways, whatever. So many things happen. People come and go. But what you can use EmGuarde is bring them back. Don't give up on your team. Don't give up on anybody that has temporarily paused the business. I never say stop the business. Pause. Pause the business. People just pause. They never stop. So don't give up on your team. Those are people that have not been doing it, bring them back. All right? Go and organize team meetings. After this call, I got an assignment for you guys. Those of you who are leaders, go and organize the next call on a Zoom or physical call or physical meeting for your team to talk about this opportunity. All right? Very, very important. And lastly, duplication. The EmGuarde is so easy to show demo, right? Sometimes when it comes to Kangen, we teach the guy 3 months. The guy still say, I don't know how to do demo. Okay. Taking too long to go out to the market. But with EmGuarde, what I like about it is you buy the SDR or the app or the Barjay SDR, whatever, which one is available. You turn turn on and off. That's it. On and off. 5 minutes, close the sale. And maybe another 5 minutes to talk about radiation and this and that, right? So my EmGuarde demo is all in all maybe 10 to 15 minutes if it's a one-to-one prospect. Today is the longest Zoom training because this is a training. This is not a demo. This is a training. That's why it's longer. But in actual reality, you can sell the EmGuarde just like that. Make sure you have all the tools. Make sure you know how to set up the tools. Follow the guides that David has shared. Buy your EmGuarde. Most importantly, who here are you going to get your EmGuarde already? Raise up your hands. Because if you're not going to get your EmGuarde, right, you're not going to start your business. Very simple. All right? If you don't buy EmGuarde, you won't start your business. As simple as that. Okay? And then get the tools and start duplicating and training your team. In this pre-launch phase, you need to upgrade your skills, your mindset, your confidence, your faith, and your energy if you want to be successful in the Enagic business, especially now the EmGuarde business. You need all of this. You need all these 5 things. Some of you have the skills, no mindset. Negative. Got the skills, no mindset. Cannot. You have the skills, you have the mindset, the confidence, but you got no energy. Come back to these Zooms. Come back to your team. Bring up your energy. So you can't be a successful leader unless you have all these 5 things in your business, ladies and gentlemen. And one of the ways that you guys can get this is to attend our upcoming training that we have specially organized. In fact, it is a initiative by our great leader, Mr. Sam Sia, Amos Sia, 687-6. He has actually organized a special training, limited seats to about 100 people on the 13th of August in Malaysia, because I know a lot of you guys are already planning your trip to Malaysia, right? To perhaps buy your EmGuarde, you want to meet with your leaders, you want to get training. So that's why our great leader has actually organized this special event. So I'm going to actually do one thing. I'm going to pause my presentation and I'm going to share my screen of the upcoming event happening in Malaysia. Okay. Where is it? Yep, here. All right. And can somebody help me share the message in the chat box as well? Eileen, can you help me? So this is happening. India Leaders Meeting for EmGuarde training. 13 August 2025. It is a Wednesday, 10 to 1, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Mid Valley City. Mid Valley City, those of you who have been here before, that's where the Enagic Malaysia office is. So we have not decided on the exact venue, but it will be one of the hotels. All right? One of the hotels in Mid Valley City. Okay? Because this was just planned just before this call. Now, you have to pay a 20 ringgit. How much is 20 ringgit? Something like 400 rupees commitment fee because we need you to commit, okay, to this training. And it's limited to the first 100 people who signs up. So there's limited seats. Okay, the link will be shared in the chat box. Let me check if it's been shared. Yes, it's just been shared by Eileen. Okay, please copy paste it in your browser, your whatever, before you lose it. Okay, so 100 people maximum. So here you have to, you can select the number of tickets and then you put in your name, your email, your number, additional information. You want to put some additional information and you can pay by your credit card. Okay, so one ticket is 20 ringgit, approximately 400 rupees. Okay, approximately 400 rupees. Is it 400 rupees? I think so. Let me just double confirm. 20 ringgit. Yeah, 410 rupees, something like that. Okay, so click on the link in the chat box. This is a very important training. Those of you who want to be the pioneers, you want to learn from people like David, Ming Way, myself. We have a few leaders that will be training. This is a must-attend training. Okay, so later Ming Way will also talk more about it. And now, I also want to talk about another thing, which is the EmGuarde to the World Facebook group. Okay, so you guys are seeing my page, right? So now the EmGuarde to the World, which is the Facebook community that we have built, has more than 5,000 members already, 5,600 members. Some of you have already joined. If you have not joined, you have to join because all the videos, training materials and videos and all that stuff that David has mentioned is on this group. Okay? Now, the main page, you will get all the updates. We run some contests sometimes. In fact, we have a contest for the banner. And recently we have launched the contest. And then we also have all the updates. For example, today's call, we also posted up there, upcoming demonstrations. And then I want you guys to see this. There is something called guides. Okay? This is a very important place. Go to guides. I can see some of you already liking the post. Now, why do you need to go to guides? Because under guides, right, we have more than 8 to 9 guides to give you guys training on the EmGuarde. It's already been automated, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Guide 1, what every home needs. EmGuarde installation, your shield against electromagnetic noise radiation. So let us play one of these videos. Let's take a look. Okay, got volume. Did I share the volume? Never mind, we just watched the video, no volume. Okay? So I've created, myself and David has created a lot of these training videos on the EmGuarde that you can use to educate your team, ladies and gentlemen. Because these trainings is designed to help distributors around the world to help them train their team members on the EmGuarde. Rather than you doing it yourself, we have already created videos. Good, right? But a lot of you are not even using it because you don't know that it exists. Guide 1. Guide 2. FCC most restrictive exposure limit. What is ionizing versus non-ionizing radiation? I want to give you, everybody here, a homework. I want all of you to go through the entire guides on the Facebook to get yourself educated on EmGuarde. Very important. Guide 3, why EmGuarde is unique. Watch every single video. Why 3 to 1000 megahertz? Guide 4, EmGuarde demo marketing videos. I see a lot of people asking in the chat box, can we get marketing video? Can we get link? Excuse me, my friends, it's all there. Open up your eyes. We have created a lot of these tools for you to use. So you don't have to ask anybody. You don't have to ask your upline, downline, sideline. Don't need to ask. Go to the Facebook. The danger, okay, this is my demo video, the first one. Then we have the SDR video. We have the Bajaj video. We have the iPhone exposure video. Then we even have Guide 5. EmGuarde HD resolution pictures, FAQ series. All right. And we have Guide 6. All the presentation recordings is under Guide 6. You guys see it? Okay. Guide 7, presentation slides. My presentation slides has already been uploaded there. Ladies and gentlemen, I've given it to you guys publicly. Go and download it. Please don't ask anybody. Some of you Facebook message me, can I have the slides? It's there. Okay. David Chang's EmGuarde slides. Many other slides. The Dangers of Electromagnetic Radiation by Dr. Pinky, a very important slide. Please watch her recording. Hidden Dangers of Electromagnetic Radiation. Very powerful training. Guide 8, Demo Tools Setup, the Bajaj and the SDR RTL. Common mistakes and FAQ. I talk about the EmGuarde rulebook, the 2 types of account with the EmGuarde commissions and testimonials, and some of the contests that we are running. And we have many testimonials here as well. And those of you who have a good testimonial, please post it up. We can also feature you in our testimony guide tab. So far, so good. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are clear on this. Good? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? So please start using it to educate yourself and educate your downlines. So let's get back to the PowerPoint. All right? So ladies and gentlemen, because of myself and Ming Way pushing EmGuarde so much in our team, because look, I have about 10,000 people in my team. I went to everybody in my team. I talk about EmGuarde. And I tell them about the opportunity of EmGuarde. And what happened? A lot of them started buying and also selling EmGuarde. And because of that, I went from 6A2 to Dash 2 to 6A2-3 in a span of about 10 months. No, lesser than that. In a span of about 8 months. And this year, in March 2025, this year, I've officially ranked up to 6A2-4, and Ming Way has ranked up to 6A2-5. So ladies and gentlemen, why am I sharing with you my success and my results with the EmGuarde business in Enagic? It is not to show off to you or to show you that, wow, I'm so good. I'm here to show you that there's a huge potential in this product. And if you don't do it, there are many other distributors that will do it because the potential is huge. EmGuarde will be sold by the lakhs in India, whether you sell or you don't sell. That is the reality. But if you want to be the success stories that like I have experienced, use it today. Do not wait. All right. So Enagic India, this is actually from the PDF that was sent out by Enagic HQ about the personal import sales from Malaysia. So let me run it through you one by one. So Enagic HQ is running a special promo price for Indian distributors at 5,200 ringgit for the EmGuarde. This is before shipping, customs, and taxes. Now, if you come to Malaysia or any other branch, the EmGuarde retails for 1,480 US, which is about 6,620 ringgit. So there's a special promo price for Indian distributors at only 5,200 ringgit before shipping and taxes. So Enagic is running a special price for you guys. Okay? Purchase is only existing for Enagic distributors and end users. Purchase an end user only up to 3 EmGuardes per person. There is no set end date currently for the promo offer. The company will update. And the commission is 5,214 rupees. But in my slide, I just put 5,200. Easy, right? It may vary a little due to change in exchange rate. Okay? Now, so this is the total price. The EmGuarde alone is 5,200 ringgit or approximately 1,07,000 rupees. But after you add in the taxes and shipping, The all-in cost for an EmGuarde is 1,60,000 rupees. So far, so good. Give me a thumbs up if you are clear on this. Okay? So I don't want you guys to get surprised. The total price is 1,60,000 rupees. When you are paying to Enagic Malaysia, you are paying the price of the EmGuarde plus the shipping. Taxes, you pay when the EmGuarde comes into India. Later, we'll break it down. Okay? So far, so good. Total price is 1,60,000. 60,000. So process flow to create the ID. So you have to fill up the EmGuarde special form. So can I get Eileen to help me post the EmGuarde form in the chat box? So Eileen is going to help me post the EmGuarde pointer, which is this file, as well as the EmGuarde form for you guys to fill up to submit your orders in the chat box. So there's two separate files. Please download it now. All right? Please download it now. Okay? So first, you have to fill up the EmGuarde special promo registration form, which is already in the chat box. And you have to make the payment link through the link. The link is also in the form already. There's a QR code and then there's a link. And then you have to send the application form and payment details to gocindia@goc.ind@enagic.com. Payment check and verification by GOC. I think that's standard stuff. Custom duty GST to be payable by distributor when it arrives. Pointers. When you sell an EmGuarde, or when you buy an EmGuarde, it gives you SP status for 3 months, just like a machine. Now, EmGuarde has no enroller or sales facilitator. Okay? EmGuarde has no enroller or sales facilitator. As I mentioned before, one EmGuarde sale is counted as 1 up to 6A, and during 6A rank up month, 0.5 for title bonus, and for any incentive and bonus, also 0.5. EmGuarde doesn't have educational bonus. Dollar value is $1,480. Warranty period, 1 year. And then there's a return policy, 30 days, something like that. Okay, not gonna. So all these things has already been in the pointers file. Okay, and the payment link, everything is there. So payment link to purchase EmGuarde with shipping is on the left. You can scan that. Payment link to purchase EmGuarde if Indian distributor wants to pick up from Malaysia is on the right. So some of you may have a challenge to copy paste this on my screen, but you can actually copy paste it from the file in the chat box. Okay, download both the EmGuarde pointers file and the EmGuarde India pre-launch form. Okay, and once again, this is the Facebook community group. I think most of you have already joined. All right. So very, very important. And on our EmGuarde Facebook community, we also have a chat box to allow distributors to interact and ask questions. And this chat box, we are very, very strict. The chat box is created for people to ask about EmGuarde, to get educated about EmGuarde, to help one another. And if the admin see anybody promoting themselves or sending some things that are unrelated to EmGuarde or Enagic, you'll be removed immediately. All right, this is very, very important because I don't know why a lot of people like to write all kinds of stuff. Please be professional on the EmGuarde chat box. If not, you'll be removed. The EmGuarde chat box on the Facebook group is for you guys to interact and to learn from other leaders. That is the main purpose for the EmGuarde. Okay. So, Amos, let me know if you're there. You can turn on your camera. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I wanted to share about the business being really, really powerful. And I'm actually gonna get our mentor, our Enagic grandfather, right? Amos, can you also turn on your video? Yeah, your video. So I'm gonna invite onto the stage our great leader, 687-6, Mr. Amos Sia, to say a few words about his perspective about EmGuarde for the Indian market. Amos, over to you.
Hi there. Namaste. Good morning, my fellow Indian friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. How many of you are totally excited about the EmGuarde? If you are, right, can you just type in yes into the chat group? I just want to share how I felt when I first saw the EmGuarde. When I first saw the EmGuarde, my response was, I was like frozen. I was frozen for a few seconds because the feeling that the feeling I felt when I saw the EmGuarde for the very first time, when David, it was actually David who did the demo for me. I froze there and I was like, I literally froze. And it was the same response. No, it wasn't the same response. When I first saw Kangen 15 years ago, the response I felt 15 years ago when I first saw the Kangen machine was not the same as I felt when I saw the EmGuarde, because after experiencing the Kangen machine and the business for the past 13 years, I have that experience. And I saw EmGuarde as another product that Enagic needed. And you know, I was like, what if Enagic had this product? And you know, thank God that Enagic is selling the EmGuarde today. And I think Simon had already shared. Imagine the time machine. If you could turn the clock back and join the Kangen business when it first started in India back almost 10 years ago. But with the EmGuarde now, it hasn't even been launched in India yet. This is just a pre-launch. This is the pre-launch and only restricted to existing registered Kangen distributors and users. Only those people can buy. Right now, you cannot recruit. You cannot recruit new people into the Enagic business. But imagine when you can recruit them into the Enagic business, so you have both the EmGuarde and the Kangen machines to sell. Isn't that exciting? And why is it that Enagic India is not selling to non-Kangen customers yet? Because they are doing this just for the existing distributors only, because this is a pre-launch. Okay, and in another few months, you can start recruiting new people who hasn't got the Kangen machine to join the business as an EmGuarde, as an Enagic distributor by buying the EmGuarde. Okay, and you know, joining the Kangen business is not simple. It's not easy because of the high price. But with the EmGuarde, I suspect it will be retailing for about under 1.5 lakhs when it becomes available. All right, so right now you're coming in at a very special price. It is a special pre-launch price. You're not going to get this, and this offer, I do not know when it will last. And take this opportunity to buy it now before the price goes up. It may last for only 1 week or 1 month. Okay, now Simon has already announced the special EmGuarde training for Indian distributors on the 13th, Wednesday, the 13th of August, which is in about 2 weeks from now. I highly encourage you guys to fly over to Kuala Lumpur. Please come 1 day earlier. 1 day earlier, arrive on the 12th, all right, which is a Tuesday, 1 day earlier. Then you get well rested, because the flight from India is like very early in the morning. I don't want you to be flying in on the same day, the 13th of August, and getting very tired. Okay, yeah, that's the details. So come on the 1 day before, which is on the 12th, and plan to stay for at least 2 to 3 nights. You know, we will spend some time together. I'll be there with you, and I would love to have you. We probably organize some dinners together. All right. So there are many of you whom I've never met before. I look forward to meeting those of you whom I already know, and also some new faces. Take this opportunity to come to Kuala Lumpur on the 13th of August, and it is also your chance to buy the EmGuarde, and also to buy the tools. We'll be having Baji, which is the detector for iPhone users, all right, and the SDR, who are for the Android phone users. So can I ask, who here is coming for this training? Can you just type in a 1 if you're coming for this training? All right, type in a 1 so that now the thing is this: we need to know how many of you are coming. That's why we need you to register, because we do not want to sort of get a room in the Enagic office where it can only hold about 50 people. If we have more than 50 people, we have to look for a bigger room in a hotel nearby. Okay, so this is truly exciting. The EmGuarde. Now EmGuarde, how I see this, like I said, I froze for a few seconds when I was first introduced to the EmGuarde, and I was like thinking, what an amazing product it is. It is as compelling as the Kangen machine that we all have, right? And EmGuarde, you can sell EmGuarde to anyone in India, to anyone in the world, and you can recruit anyone for EmGuarde and for Kangen. And there's something that you got to know. A lot of people can't get into the Kangen machines. They can't afford to buy Kangen machines now, but they can afford to buy the EmGuarde. The cost of entry is very similar to the junior GR2. So for those guys, can you imagine a whole new bunch of people coming into the Enagic business through the EmGuarde? How many times more distributors? How many times more sales are you going to get with the EmGuarde? And once they come in, right, they won't be only buying the EmGuarde. They come in with buying the EmGuarde first. All right, they didn't come in buying through the Kangen because to them they couldn't see the value yet. But once they come into the Enagic business by the EmGuarde, subsequently they will also buy a Kangen machine. Okay, so it is truly exciting. All right, and I look forward to seeing you here in Kuala Lumpur on the 13th of August. And once again, I'd like to say, come at least one day earlier. Plan to stay for 2 or 3 nights. Okay, and one more thing. There's another EmGuarde Zoom later at 5 o'clock Malaysia time, which is at 2:30 Indian time. Please confirm with me on that. Okay, Simon?
IST.
Okay, Simon. Okay, guys. I'll see you guys. All right, I will pass the floor back to Simon. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Amos. So we heard it from our great leader. So in the pre-launch phase, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I think Amos was talking about the moment EmGuarde launches in India, you can start recruiting. Now in the pre-launch phase, what you want to do is to sell to the people that already has Kangen machine, or when you sell the Kangen machine to your new client, you also get them to buy the EmGuarde. So they buy the Kangen machine, they also buy the EmGuarde. All right, so it's very exciting, guys. Thank you very much. So I hope to see you guys on the 13th August training. I would love to pass the floor back to Ming Way to say a final words and also talk about our massive training that is happening in September. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope to see you guys very, very soon, and all the best. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to Simon, and thank you so much to Mr. Amos Young, my father, who was the legendary pioneer, the person who brought Enagic to Malaysia, to India, to the Middle East, to Africa. That is Mr. Amos Young. And one thing I love about my dad is, did you know how he's not like a super fantastic speaker. He's just a regular Joe. But he was able to do all these things because he has the right mindset. And what is this mindset? His mindset is that he understands opportunity when he sees it. How many of you know about Bitcoin when it was $4,000? How many of you guys know it? Hands up. You heard about Bitcoin a long time ago when it was dirt cheap, right? But how many of us actually took action? Different story. So right now you're hearing about EmGuarde at this huge, amazing pre-launch stage, and it's time to take action. So what I'm going to do for you guys right now is this. I am going to invite all of you guys to another event, not the same event that Simon was talking about. It is another event in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So this event here, okay, this event here is this one, right? So this is the event. It is actually a 2 days event. It's happening in September, okay? So in about 2 months, exactly, actually, it's 26th to 27th of September. So you got 2 months time to prepare. I want you guys to bring all your team members here. And we will provide Hindi translation. So don't worry, if you bring your team members in Hindi, they don't understand, they will understand. We provide Hindi translation. So a little bit about this event. This event, you will learn how my father used his vision to open up all these amazing markets all around the world, and why today he has close to 500,000 sales all around the world. If you want to learn, come here for this amazing event. This is the first day. Second day is what we call the EmGuarde Summit. The EmGuarde Summit is the special day where we learn about the EmGuarde in depth, and we invite leaders from all across the world, from the US, from Europe, from all over Asia, to come share how they used this amazing technology, EmGuarde, over here to boost themselves in the Enagic business. Okay, do you want to learn that? Great. So over there, there's a QR code. You can go in and buy those tickets. So, but before we go, let me just play this video for you. So over here, guys, this is actually our website. This is the website. Yes. Thank you, Eileen. This is the website, fhptrainings.com. This is the website. You can go in and let us play this video. Oh. Okay.
This training, when you come, you feel the power and the energy, and it's a consistent reminder that this business is not a business that you do alone. It is a business that, you know, requires you to build a team and to have leadership qualities.
It's an energy, it's a connection, it's a community, and yeah, I mean, the number of people that I've met here from different corners of the world has been, I love to network. And I've probably met about 50 people here at least, and I expect to meet a lot more today.
Yes, after I attended EEW, I just realized that if you want to success in Enagic, you have to attend at least once essential Enagic workshop in your life.
Come to the workshop, don't come alone, and please make sure you come with lots and lots of people, all the people that you care for, and bring out notepads and write down as much note as possible. Be a student, be humble. That'll be my advice.
If we want to be success, we must to commit to the business.
So yesterday's session, I come to know about the mistakes. I noted down the mistakes and what not to do and what to do in the Enagic business for successful journey. But when I attended this session and the perception completely get changed. So if anyone want to boost their business, they must attend these EEWES sessions.
This is the only setting where you get more and more information with testimonials, with research, information and knowledge on EmGuarde, number one. Number two, you get to interact and you get to network with Enagic distributors from all across the world. So that makes this platform very unique.
Yes. So guys, that there is a very, very special event. Here, you must come to Malaysia. Who here wants to visit us in Malaysia by a show of hands? Who wants? Amazing. Right. And I don't need to tell you, I think you guys already know. If you guys come, we're going to look after you, right? We're going to spend time, have good training. We're going to share the mindset of how we're going to do this business really, really big in India, especially. And of course, if you come to Malaysia, you can buy your EmGuarde here and you can save some shipping. Of course, always save money is a good idea, huh? Right? Why you pay for shipping when you can pay for flight ticket and you can come and visit us in Malaysia? So ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure seeing you guys today. So I just want to share with you guys my take on this. Since we've done this opening pre-launch in so many countries, including in India, we were the ones only, my father and myself, we came to India to launch. Remember, it is all about seeing this as an opportunity. If you see it as an opportunity and you understand how big this opportunity is, you will go crazy. You will go all out and you will go and make this happen. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at the next Zoom, the next meeting in Malaysia, and the next essential Enagic workshop in Malaysia. Okay. Thank you guys so very, very much. Thank you, Bara. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, Kantilal. Thank you, guys. Yogendra, the price is the same. You save on shipping only. Okay? Yes. Thank you so much. Amita, you can use your pacemaker. No problem with EmGuarde. No problem. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you. Wow. Amazing. Some guy, his name is EmGuarde.
Okay, guys. All right. Okay. Amos here again. Can somebody what it called spotlight me? Okay. So now I just want to just remind everybody here. Today, later on, Malaysia time 5 p.m. India time. What's the time in India now? India now is it 2 o'clock now or 1 o'clock? I think in another 90 minutes there'll be another Zoom call, product demo on EmGuarde, and also the business plan 8 points, which will be presented by Mr. Marcus Liu. It's very yeah. Okay. Thank you, Simon, for sharing that. So for those of you who are so new to EmGuarde, you may want to take the opportunity to come to the next Zoom. The details are all there. Please take a screenshot, all right? And listen to Marcus present the EmGuarde demo, right? Listen to it a second time. And you have to listen. By the way, we have this Zoom call at the same time, 2:30 p.m. India Standard Time, every Wednesday. So take the opportunity, lock this now, put it in your calendar, log in every Wednesday at 2:30 Indian Standard Time. Okay? So for those guys who are coming to Kuala Lumpur on the 13th of August, I look forward to seeing you. So, all right then, see you in Kuala Lumpur. Take care and bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Amosia, for reminding us that we have the next Zoom. Okay. Remember, okay, this next Zoom is happening, right? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So this is the next Zoom. All right. This is the next Zoom. over there. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. 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 Fantastic. All right, everybody smile. We're gonna take like taking a lot of photos. Great. I like. Wow. Thank you guys. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Take care. Yes.
Give me 1 minute. I've just hi there. I've just posted the link for the next Zoom call happening in another 90 minutes from now. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. Please take a screenshot there or click on the link. We'll be using a different link for the Zoom call later on for the EmGuarde demo. Okay. Okay. Have a nice day, guys. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.